What up? What up? How are you guys doing? We are doing Touhou 8 today. We've stopped from... We're taking a little break from the two walls. We're doing something completely different. So, I made that Batsugun video, going through as like a new player, how you could get Batsugun as like a first 1cc. Well, I did that because I noticed a lot of the 1cc guides I've been doing are for like harder games. Like, we got like your Ketsui, your SDOJ, your Radiant Silver Gun. I think those are good to have a guide for, so people who are interested in those can like have a easier entrance into that. But something I noticed is we have far fewer like introductory games. So while I did have the stream idea of going through like the Shmup Junkie Discord and like going through what they've curated as like the beginner games, because I think that'd be interesting. For now, we got this one. This is my weapon for newer players. Why are we talking about Touhou 8? This is the very first shmup I played. And I think this is easily, by far, one of the best possible ways to get into the genre. Because it has crazy good difficulty ramp. Like, from just barely starting out to, like, an accessible, like, staircase you can do. The problem with a lot of games is if you go from like a novice mode of like, let's say SDOJ to playing arcade SDOJ, it's like, it's completely fucking different. It's so huge. So what we're doing, let me make sure. Ah, shit, I got VP. All right, yell at me if I'm pretty sure we back. Are we there? Cool, we back. So you go from, yeah, the whiplash between like DOJ, the easier modes, to arcade is crazy. The only novice mode I've really messed with is I put up Escaluda 2, just messing with the novice mode. And like that versus actual Escaluda 2 are enormous. So while there are games that have like a good ramp, I think this one is one of the best ones. Because the easy mode's approachable. The normal mode, which is what we're going to be looking at today, the normal mode has a really good balance of, you have a lot of resources to get through stuff. There's some hard patterns in here, but it's like approachable hard. It's not like one of the modes where it's like you can just fly through it and then now what? It's one you have to like put time into, but you can put time into as a newer player. And that's why I think this is really good. The other Touhous people recommend, the main one is Touhou 7. In Touhou 7, basically just every little while, you get a border around you. If you get hit while you have that border, then it acts as a shield. It bombs for you. And that game relies on mostly dodging. An interesting thing I've noticed about, depending on how you value dodging and memo, because, I remember seeing some people like recommend S-Braid to new players or Touhou players playing arcade games. S-Braid is a hard as fuck game. I put that on the top half of like the cave games in difficulty. But the bosses are really like dodging heavy. So like I used to think if you can like dodge through things, then you can like push through hard stuff because you could just dodge. I've reversed it on that. I think if you can memo something, there's so many times where memoing a section causes it to be non-existent. Like the moment you have a strategy that cleanly does something, then you now no longer have to think about that unless you mess up your routing. So I've leaned towards like games where you can route out the difficulty are much easier. But at the same time with the memo games, you can't like, if you don't have the route, then you're just gonna explode. So Touhou leans heavily into the you can dodge everything. This Touhou 7, which we were talking about, is one where that's most of the case. Slower bullets, huge density of bullets. The end stages are pretty hard on normal. You have the border to protect you. I like this one more as a beginner one because this one has Reimu in it. Now let's see, I have this in full screen, so I have no idea if OBS is about to annihilate itself if I open this here. Are we good? It's probably paused for a second. We're back. So a weapon you have in this game is there's a whole bunch of teams. And basically this is the best one. Yo, what up? Have you played Exceed games before? Way back. When I was doing like Touhou normal modes as a new shmup player, and there were like no shmups on Steam, there was like Jamestown and like random ass ones. There was like the gun games. I played 2, which is the Ikaruga one. That's the first time ever trying an Ikaruga style thing. And I played 3. I don't know if I cleared 3. I probably just did it with continues. The one on Steam is like the black package version. That game's always funny when you put it in your Steam library because then it shows everybody you're playing Jade Penetrate black package, which is amusing. I've seen people posting replays of that game. They're posting like the not black package version, which is like super different. I don't know if it's visually or gameplay. That one's interesting. But going back on this, we got a bunch of teams, and if you like clear stuff out, you could go solo. All the solos are pretty much harder, outside of like, I'm pretty sure solo Yomu is how you get like huge score. But the reason I think this is good is because you have Reimu team. You have homing on both your shot and your laser. They all got delisted. Damn. I think I heard something on that, yeah. We're lucky the Psycho ones that got delisted came back. We got Reimu team. If you're in shot or if you're in laser, you have homing. You have a smaller hitbox. And whenever you die, your death bomb window is fucking huge. It's enormous. And this is like most people think this is the easiest team to win the game with. This is the one I want to do Lunatic with. Eventually we're going to do Lunatic here because this team has like stupid fucking damage. This was the team I started with. I think they're the worst team, but Remilia's pretty good. Yo, what up? Yes, I'm telling you, Touhou 8's the best. See, I don't go around collecting physicals that often. That's why this arcade thing here, this shit's just a computer. I'm not too big on original hardware. But we have to get the actual one of this. Now this is an old like XP-ass game. Fucking anybody got a disk drive? But if you use things like, I found out how to use Special K and the other thing that you use with these. And it makes this shit like run perfect in here, not look bad. And the input delay is stupid good. I'm making a video on this soon because I want to make akin to the Batsugum video where we show new players how to like get an arcade 1cc. I want to go really hard on this in showing from the perspective of somebody who hasn't cleared a Touhou or somebody like completely fresh. I think this game shows a lot of the concepts you learn in shmups and how to do things. Yeah, all the teams are really interesting. Like this team is just all around turbo good. This team, you got Malice Cannon, so you delete phases. This team, Sakia's pretty dog shit, but Remilia's really cool. You can like plant options around places. This team, I think this is a scoring team. Yuyiko, instead of like a focused laser, she shoots outwards. I don't know how I feel about Yuyiko, but Yomu is like the goated score character, I'm pretty sure. Yomu's the only good solo character? I was wondering that, because I was tempted. I want to do Lunatic of this. I was trying to decide between this team and solo Remilia. Because I think her options are cool as fuck, and she's fast. But, like, you can't kill familiars with her, which is a problem. It's a big problem. It makes stuff so much harder. Yomu's pretty good. You have to use her shot a lot, so she's kind of unwieldy, but you can do a lot with her. She's fast, pretty banger. Yeah, I really like I was thinking about the aesthetics of these games. Like, Zune basically has like, everybody jokes about the early games having bad art, but this game specifically, the art has like its own vibe. And the atmosphere of the stages, this is by far my favorite in terms of presentation out of any of the games. Yomu is a super short bar. Gotcha, that makes sense. Yeah, she's like... I only looked at that today. I didn't even know that, but she's got like a human half bar. Also, I've seen people play the Phantom team just because you can bomb. You get your bombs back. Yeah, I think that part's cool. But I think for the tutorial thing, this is the most straightforward team. So when we do Lunatic, I'm going to run this because it looks really fun. And I find any way to cheese these games are really amusing to me. But this one will do this. And today, so I already got like basically a no miss, but I didn't know how to do Kaguya yet. So I just went and learned Kaguya and Eren. I used to think Kaguya was easier, and then I learned Eren, and I think Kaguya is way harder. I don't know, we're kind of just chilling today going through these, because I really like these games. And I already kind of got a replay that I could use for the demo. But I wanted to stream this. Plus, I gotta get that video out. I'm gonna work on it like all tomorrow, because Ooh, wrong button. Oh yeah, that's a problem. Let me fix that. I got my shit set on arcade stuff. It's gonna be all weird for a sec. I gotta get out of a full screen game. What? Basically, I have this set to either like arcade. I have like XYZ and then ABC at the bottom. I gotta set it up for Touhou. When you play on keyboard, you use like Shift for focus, Z for shot, X for bomb. Alright, import me some Touhou controls. Music's banging in this game. All the backgrounds are good. While I do like the lore of this series, they're mostly like kind of a crapshoot. You're just running around and killing shit. This one actually is kind of compelling. This game, what's also weird about this game being like a beginner one, is that there's like there's a lot of weird mechanics to it too. Alright, is that it? Yeah, that should be it. This game has a bunch of weird mechanics, but you don't have to focus on them if you are playing, We'll be back. Okay, yeah, now we got good controls. There's like the time system, which scares people, but the time system's irrelevant if you're trying to 1cc the normal mode. The familiar stuff, if you can ignore familiars, I didn't know how to deal with familiars. There's basically, if you use shot instead of laser, you can destroy some enemies that are otherwise invulnerable. That stuff you can completely ignore, unless you want to kill specific ones. So it's like it only helps you. But we're gonna go through this. You have to yell at me if sound's bad, because I bonked the mic like 2 seconds before turning stream on. First gonna go through on normal mode. I was looking at easy just to see if like if I should do the easy or the normal for the guide, but I think the normal shows stuff way better. Dude, we got Special K and the DG Voodoo on here, and it turned this from like, man, this is way laggier than I remember. But like, it feels so freaking good. I was thinking about playing on keyboard just because the lag was so bad. I'm like, maybe I can mitigate it with mitigate it by using like something that's technically better. These games have a lot of micro dodging, so there's argument that like you'd rather play on hitbox or mixbox or keyboard or whatever. But then I got like the input delay on this good, and it just feels really good. So big thing about this game, you see these fairies, you see how they have those like magic circles around them? There's stuff called familiars in this game, and if you blow those up by using just your normal shot, and when you do, they cancel bullets around them. So most of the big enemies in this game like this, you just react and see. You don't even need to memo them. Like, look at this here. We see that fairy, we go over. We see that fairy, you go over. Reimu, when you're using your shot, this homing just shreds everything. You just get over to everything and it dies. He's very good. And small hitbox, huge death bomb. The death bombs in this game, how they work, is you have an enormous ass window for death bombing, especially on this team. If you do death bomb with that window, it'll take 2 of your bombs instead of 1, So that is a bad habit that you can pick up from this as like a first one. Because you play any other game, and if you play an arcade game, you don't get death bombs. If you play other Touhous, you don't have a death bomb window as big. You wish the shot types got fixed? What do you mean by that? So like here, you see these. If we want to kill these, then we get rid of those white bullets, and it becomes a lot easier. See this here? If we want to take the time to kill the familiars, now we got rid of the blue shots. And now all we have to think about are the green ones. This game has really good visibility compared to like later. These games have like a really big problem with visibility. Like these non-spells here, if we want to nullify it, we'll just take these out. All we have to deal with the green bullets. And by the time this happens, where there's a bunch of them, we just sit under and she's dead. This game has a huge amount of this exact pattern here. The overlapping like cross between two diagonal bullets. They do this everywhere. And I think if you get comfortable with those, you're pretty comfortable with like microing through bullets in general, once you get through that. If you hit enough time, so you see there we met the threshold by the end of boss, you get these last patterns. You see that nullified by our resources. This is strictly for score. These don't give you anything. They don't give you any like any point items for your extend. They just give you score. So they're just a nice challenge. And something I didn't realize for a really long time is not only can you do the last words or whatever they're called in a practice mode, you can do them. You can go in the practice thing, and there's tons of characters with ones just thrown in there. This is the most content-rich Touhou by far. It's not even close. Just rebalanced a bit. Yeah, Reimu... Honestly, I'm fine if everything's a bit of the same. Like, if everything's the same, that's cool. But, like, make Sakya better, dude. Make Sakya better. Fucking... I want the Scarlet team so much, but I think they're technically bad because of her. And Sakyo is, like, turbo-goated in the last game. This game, if you're like new Touhous in general, you have this thing called point of collection. Once you hit the top like fourth or whatever of the screen, when you're not at full power, you go up here and focus. You like switch to laser, and you pick up everything. Once you're at full power, you just need to reach up top, and it picks up everything for you. Technically, for score, you pick up stuff up there. You get more score. But the stages are pretty manageable in this game because of the familiars. Like, you detonate these enemies pretty fast. And their familiars go out pretty fast, so any bullets that they do shoot are pretty much gone. Like, the only issue would be, like, mistaking, like, the point or time items. We're not gonna go for the time thing here. We're just doing this because we're just want to show easy, consistent. You just hold Reimu here and she shreds everything. If you actually want to go for time, you do this. You let him shoot for a bit. Since this is normal mode, you don't need to interact with time at all. So I think when we do the video, we're just literally not even going to care about time in the slightest. It does count for, like, continues if you really want. But, the video will be about how to, like, do A1CC. So, like, because I know some people worry about the time stuff. If you're on the side here, then one of these sides will go vertical, and you just have to watch for the other one. It makes, like, clean lanes. Yo, what up, Steel? Found Ian to be clippy. I feel like that during some of the later ones. This the girl from Fortnite? Probably. I think PCB. I have really mixed feelings about PCB, and I have no idea why. I'm interested. I want to do it on Lunatic and see what I think after that. Now they, like, know about stuff. That's one of the ones I played most, but I also don't feel super good about it. I don't know why. So I'm interested once we actually go through. You can skip through all these. Just first run, I'll just put them up here, whatever. You hold, like, control or something, and it just speeds through them instantly. I found here, you gotta just move along with these, and it cleans up the lane extra for you. Not that you really need that much room for this. Well, it feels more comfy having all this space here. This one's like an oddly hard pattern, I think, to chuck in normal right away. I remember as a new player, like, having trouble with this one, but you basically just bait... You don't even look at the red at all. They're really slow, and they're aimed on you really well. So once you bait them off to the side, you're good. These non-spells are pretty easy because you could preemptively do the gap. This one gets a lot harder if you don't use your shot to destroy these blue bullets. So like right now, these blue bullets come out. You shoot them ahead of time. You don't have any to dodge. Like this here, this is the one people have a lot of trouble with when they're first going through here. The blue bullets are fine because they just follow their path. So as long as you're not like in their way. These ones though, the red ones cross. So the whole idea here is not to be intimidated. You just take it slow. And you tap down whenever you're not too sure yet. So like you're right here. Uh-oh, am I gonna die? I'll tap down, tap down. That builds yourself some time. So it's like, okay, I'm good. Oh, scary stuff. Tap down for a bit. And give yourself some room so you could try to find a spot. Big thing with these games, if you give yourself like room above, if you're stuck at the bottom, then you have to do immediate dodges. If you don't, then the bullets are so slow in this game, you keep tapping down. And you can just find an opportunity. This is a good spot, I think, to show streaming. Like, there's a lot of stuff in this opening section here. But we don't have to think about any of it. All we have to do is this. It's like this stage, I think, has a, like... It's vaguely got the cave stage 3 spike. But once you know what to do, then it becomes clean. So, like, right here, the way the familiars go, you can just hang out here. It deletes all their bullets for free. The familiars go in the middle, too. So you could just stay calm and hang out there. We use Reimu, the shot, for our speed, and then you switch Yukari. You just hold your focus. You use the speed to get to the big enemies. And then you just sit there. This pattern gets a lot easier. Most of the familiars on the later bosses you can't kill. But in this one you can. A lot of our non-spells you can, and they make it a lot easier. Look here, the scary bit's about to start. But she's dead. Because we made that whole bit a bit easier. You don't want to... it's this one. And then this would be like one of the first misdirecting ones. Like, you first see this as a new player. And the big donuts are scary. But once you learn that the donuts don't exist, it's just you hear the sound and then you move off to the side so they're not in the way at all. It's a lot easier. If you skip the dialogue here, then you get ambushed by these guys. It's a lot easier if you don't skip the dialogue and you pre-position there. Then you could just do this and it's just one clean movement to kill everything. Big thing with this shot type is you have a straight shot, but as soon as you see this like yellow fox thing, I don't think it's Ran or something. I forget what they are. But as soon as they like lock onto something where you tag them with the shot, then they'll keep homing on them. Yeah, I think we're talking earlier, like I think Touhou's like the best difficulty ramp for somebody starting off. Find some credits on Lunatic. Yeah, stage 4 Lunatic's really hard. It's really, really hard. I feel like it's not Ren, though. I feel like I saw something that this was like a different one, and it was a misconception, but that was so long ago, I can't remember. But I'm like, it looks like her and has the same outfit and fucking everything. And then in the fighting games, Ren also spins the same way, so don't really know. Yeah, the music in general is really good. This game has such good presentation. See here's like an example. If you use your shot, it's gonna make this pattern a whole lot easier. If you want to know where you go through these, you can move through them diagonally and it's easy. And you're just watching the enemy indicator on the bottom. That tells you where you want to be going. I always forget about you. You could take out like 2 of these. The rest of them are too tanky. But you take out 2, and then you barely have to dodge anything. You turn the Ketsui stage 2 pattern into one that's not bad. You don't even need to kill him here. But you kill her by the time it gets spooky at the bottom. What was this? This one, before I got the input delay stuff, I kept getting tagged on this one. This one's not super hard at all. Everything's really slow. But, until you get the input delay stuff fixed, stuff like that's, like, abnormally hard. Here, we're gonna... I think you just kill 2. You stay at the bottom. And now you go along with her. You're doing the same diagonal dodges, or just a bit more messy. And by this time, she's done. This one's probably her weirdest pattern. Just because some of these lanes you can get into are super clean, like this one, where you just go straight through. And others you have to wait for the lane to be not bad. This is a memo pattern. This one, like, is the scariest looking one, but it's really easy. You just tap to the side. Now we tap to the middle. Now we tap to the side, and she's dead from this point. The actual bullets are aimed, and the lines are static. Yep. Okay, here's one of the last spells. So this one has no consequence for your run. It's just an extra hard spell to try to get more score. These are only if you hit the time requirements. You get time by just in general killing enemies. But the big part is you get cancels. Either by getting cancels, or you see this bar on the bottom left. If you are shooting things and you've leaned towards one side or the other, so like right now we're on human, if I'm killing things with Reimu, we're getting time. For this run, doesn't matter, because they give you enough of a buffer to where you can 1cc it while missing every single time requirement. And some of the time requirements like this one are hard not to get. But that's kind of going on with the time. Yeah, Raisin's mostly knowledge checks. Like, there's a couple that are weird. This is the actual, like, beast of a run. This one's hard, and I think Marissa is one of the harder... I think she's supposed to be harder than Reimu here. But depending on which team you're at, you get a different boss. You're either fighting Reimu or Marissa. Here, these look really intimidating. But pretty much, they're aimed like some of the shots. The rest of them just create clean lanes for you. So you just move along with them, and by the time the cancel goes out... the cancel's deleting all the bullets that are actually scary. So like right here, it looks like they're gonna collide and become a problem. But it's really just moving along with them. The real part's just making sure here you don't like get yourself stuck on the side. You want to like stay planted in the middle for like as long as possible. Which will be more of a thing like after the boss here. Here, it is nice to memorize like what order of these. Like it starts with 2 on the left and then it's like this here. And if you're scared to go up to the point of collection, you just do this. You pick up the bombs and by then they're all gone. Yeah, Marissa's clippy. Reimu... I'm interested in Reimu. We're gonna do the Marissa team, so we're gonna run into her with, and see how that goes. But we are, like, cheating. What a point blank. Yo, thanks for popping in. Yeah, Marissa's no fucking joke at all. I think all your resources would go into Marissa here. Yeah, Marissa has the Mushihime super shot. You just spam switch between Marissa and Alice, and you just annihilate patterns. Here, I find her non-spells to be the biggest problem. These you have to adapt a whole lot. There's no, like, you can't route through these. They're too random. You just have to get a good feel for how they move. This is unbelievably hard pattern for, like, new players. Like, this shit was undoable for me for the longest time, and I still even get clipped here. But I basically look at just the green and the yellow, and then once I'm in an open spot where I feel comfy dodging both the green and the yellow, then I focus on the big ones. These nons are the biggest problem. Like this one here, you have to exploit every little big gap. that you can find. And you have to hunt for them. Everything's really slow, but you gotta be actively hunting for them so you don't get stuck at the bottom with Impossible One. What was this? I forgot the turbo safe strat for this. There's a way to go along with these as these go in. I've always just done it like this and been fine. You can get tagged by one of the bullet spawners, but usually at this point here, they're not too much of an issue. You have to watch for these though, not spawn right on top of you. You don't want to skip this here. What you want to do is you want to get in position and then do the dialogue. So you'll get ambushed by these, because then you'll get shoved to the side. You want to take it cool in the middle here. You don't want to get pushed off to the sides yet. You have to use Reimu to like go fast here, because you see this. Like you get late on this and then those live for too long. And then I think these are the last two. You do get more bombs. One of the things that does make this a bit easier as well is there's so many bombs. There's a ton of bomb drops. We already got 4 on this stage alone. This one's a bit clippy. This one here, so the position of these, you see they kind of boomerang. So instead of being on the bottom, you want to get up on the like middle third. And you're trying to find just the most open position possible. Ideally, you're under her. But you want to, because we're homing, hitting her fine, you don't want to... you want to prioritize not dying. Here's a patchouli pattern. So you just follow along with these to the side they're going on. It's fairly easy to get through the big stars while you do this. The issue is the small stars. I wasn't looking. The issue is the small stars, so you just focus on those. And if you bait them better, then you only have to dodge like 1 or 2 of those, because they're directly aimed on you. This one, there's a big gap at the start there, but here it gets really hard. You can kill her before it becomes a problem. I forgot the way to do it. I think you go down and like move up. This is a pattern that terrifies everybody, because they get so scared of the laser that they get hit by the stars. The thing is you really don't need to go that fast. You should really just be looking at the stars, and the laser is not very big at all. Like, look at this. I'm holding focus still, and we went really late, and you still avoid it. You can use Reimu to go fast like this. This one. I find this to be our hardest pattern. I'm still not 100% sure. I feel like when I was new, there was like a brain-dead streaming strat that would just annihilate this pattern, and I kept practicing this pattern, trying to remember what it was, and I couldn't figure it out. Like starting from the middle at a certain point on the like boss indicator and just tapping. The lasers I think are too random, and eventually they like mess you up somewhere. I forgot how to do this. This is like a shockingly easy pattern, but I don't remember how you're supposed to do it. I think you're supposed to go along with the stars or something. Oh, this is definitely not it. But since that's the last pattern, it doesn't matter. Have you played FDF? Yeah, we streamed 3. We got through pretty much all of 3 blind. We gotta do Ultra mode on FDF 3, now that that's here. Only other shmup you put into Gundamonium. I haven't messed with those. I picked those up when they were like one of the only shmups on Steam you could find. Got your 1cc of Batsugun? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good shit. You stole Master Spark? Yeah, Marissa steals everything. Anyway, that's probably the actual hardest boss. This stage is pretty spooky, but look at this. The big thing about all these big enemies is they either have like a really easy path through them that's fixed, or they cancel everything, and you have to think about them. Most of the stage you don't really have to memo too hard. Like the last one you probably do want to. But this one if you do memo, it's like 100 times easier. This stage is the gatekeeper for a lot of normal players. Like the last one's hard and dodgy, but you blow your resources on it. And then normal players will not have resources to deal with this stuff. And like Raisin's very gimmicky, so she spooks. Here you can just wait at the bottom, these go away. Is it true Touhou games play well with keyboard? Every shmup is optimal on keyboard. Or hitbox, or equivalent. I'm like a huge hitbox believer. I think that shit is super fucking good in everything. Like turbo optimal. Like people worry about like, oh, I just have keyboard or I just have controller. Should I buy a stick? And I'm like, no. No, you're already on the optimal device. The only reason to play arcade stick is if it's fun. I wasn't looking. This one, there's actually a safe spot. I want to see if I can remember how to do it. It's like right here. I think you're safe here every single time. It's like not too hard to get either. You get a 1-up too. I think a big reason this one's on the easier end is because they give you so many lives and bombs. You compare this to like Touhou 6, where you have like kind of arcade style resources a little bit. This one dumps you with a lot. If you look at the points on the right, every time you meet that point threshold, you get a 1-up. That's why you're constantly going up to the point of collection. This here looks like it's gonna be scary, but because of the 2 fairies on the side that delete everything, you're good. I didn't even do it right. Like, we didn't even get to cancel off that 1 fairy. You want to kill these with the right one first, because this one deletes everything. There's no bullets for you to dodge. Everything here dies because of the 2 fairies in the middle. You don't even have to dodge. And see, there's 2 more bombs. Oh. Yeah, it's fun, but, like, it's a big deal having to go from, like, I remember when in Street Fighter everybody started going over, even from stick to pad, because it's just faster. I literally play hitbox on everything, even in games that like platformers and shit. It's just here that I really like the arcade aesthetic. So I'll use one of these. Yeah, hitbox is, I play Tekken, so like hitbox is turbo broken in that. And like in lots of other things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you could make that number higher. I'm pretty sure 99% of people don't even know what this is, who are Touhou fans. I don't think they've ever seen the games. They get into everything else, and then they might see a screenshot one time and like, oh, that's what that's from. Yeah, I think hitbox is turbo good for it. Oh yeah, if you have ghosting on your keyboard, so like you can't hold multiple keys same time, then that's disaster. Yeah, I'd get like I just use one of these for like everything that's not shmups. Just use that for fighting games, for platformers, for fucking everything you can use one of these on, I do. It's like, I've thought about using that for these, especially on the hard games. But most of the hard games, you don't die because of... Mostly it's not execution errors, it's like planning problems. Yeah, the closest to mainstream shmup is maybe Ikaruga and like Undertale is the closest to it. If you wanna reach far, you count like Gungeon and like Vampire Survivors. But because you like dodge roll through like Gungeon, and because like things like that, they're kind of eh. Yeah, Raiden's mainstream in the knowing about it. Like non-shmup people will have heard of Raiden or like R-Type probably. Yeah, leverless takes a long time. For fighting games, it took me like 3 or 4 weeks to get to a decent point with it. Anyway, this is Raisin. She's the gimmick boss. So like down here, instead of giving ourselves room up top, you want to sit at the very bottom. Because these go in fast and then they go slow at the bottom. You have more than enough time to dodge here. This pattern. You can do a fixed movement here. So like, what we're going to do is we're just going to go right here every single time. And we're going to move in like capital L. And this way, the actual like lane we're in, the like little like diamond that we're in, none of those can hit us. All we have to do is watch for one of the bullets from the right side, making sure we don't accidentally ram that. And you can follow this every time. We're not hitting with the main shot, but we could do this for forever. and our homing will kill her. This is the boss where I don't think you want to go up to the top and get the pointer collection, because non-spells like this come out really fast. This one you can actually move up and out of. So you could give yourself more room. This is one that snags everybody at first. It's super overwhelming. What I like to do is I like following a line and getting right next to it. It's like this line, this blue line here. As long as you have any room up top, you're good. As soon as you get an idea of how long the slowdown lasts before it begins again, it's not bad. This one you really don't want to be at the top for. If you're moving out and about, these become a big wave. If you don't move out and about, then these become these are just singular shots, because you see they all overlap whenever they would hit you at just one bullet size. This is one where you learn how to be cool. This is how you stay cool. You have to dodge one color at a time. You're gonna be terrified and try to move through, and then you get clipped because you try to dodge multiple things at once, because you see those circles from the corners go in. But really, you just dodge one at a time. Even when the circles pop, you just keep dodging one at a time. And like, look, it's good. You just focus on one color, get through that color, and you have more than enough time. You just ignore the timer. I used to have a strat when I was brand new to shmups that annihilated this, and I can't remember it. So right now what we're doing is, you see where these blue bullets right here, this blue bullet that's created? We line ourselves up with that. That's where it'll always be open. And then we move down while tapping to a side to just make sure that we don't get rammed by a vertical bullet. I remember being able to do this at the very top of the screen, and it's really easy, but I don't know if that's consistent. So like, most of her stuff's gimmick. This shit's actually unbelievably hard. I think I found the trick to this. So they're different speeds, but the long blue line here is really slow. So we hug the blue line to minimize like what bullets around us are scary. And this pattern got a lot more manageable. I used to never be able to do that one. Use Satoria's reference? That's a good one to do it for. We're gonna do Final A first, and then we'll run back and do Final B. Yeah, I don't... Like, people will see, like, bullet hell and not, and that's about it. Yeah, Touhou bullet patterns are, like, the selling point. That's what gets people into these versus everything else. The Satori's got a good repertoire. We'll go over bullet patterns. We're on A. That means we just get one fairy. This is the one I've played the least. I think this one's actually easier. For the longest time, I thought B was easier for some reason. It was like a contradiction where the secret final boss was harder. This one here, these are a lot easier because we just have one. You just have one fairy line at a time. You kill it, all the familiars are dead. The only thing you have to worry about is they come in faster and faster, so if you keep trying to go to the pointer collection, you could get ambushed. Like there, that's probably the last time we're gonna do that. But if you don't let these shoot for too long, you could go on the sides for free. I'm pretty sure we'll hit the point amount. This pattern's pretty rough, but you just dodge these in you bait them here. And now by tapping to only one side, you just have to worry about the purple bullets. And most of them will miss you. You just have to worry at the end here if you need to like stay still or make a like jump forward. You can even do like go way less close than I am. This pattern's a nightmare. Here's all you do. You stay at the bottom so that some of them get... Oh, I messed up, so we got extra to dodge. We'll show it better on the Kaguya one. I like going diagonally up and left out of there. And by the time things reach you, you're fine. So basically, when you turn this game on, you only have one option. It's this boss fight. If you beat it, then you unlock the second route. I haven't played any of the games by the Like a Dreamer devs. I saw Maris playing Like a Dreamer, doing the one where you point blank a shit ton. That one looked interesting. Yeah, I think Twinkle Star Sprites people can have fun with, even if they're not shmuppers. Alright, let's see. This is just dodging. There's so many cross patterns in this game. And this one is especially so. I'm curious how I dodge on here. I was practicing on keyboard for a bit. This one. So this one seems horrifying. But, as it ends up being, the lasers are on top of you. So as soon as the lasers appear, they'll be on top. So you're really just looking at the red bullets. See? I looked at the laser instead of the red bullets. You just look at the red bullets and you're good. And you just tap off to the side when the laser comes in. Oh, I forgot. I thought that was Kaguya's pattern, or the next pattern. This is the one, you just go in between the familiars. I thought that was the one where you had to delete the bullets. You just go in between them and it's super easy. This is the one. This one surrounds you, so it restricts all your space. While these donuts are super huge, their hitbox is small, but we're still just trying to find the in-between spot of two of the donuts. And then all you gotta worry about is one of the, like, greener bullets and one of the tiny bullets, and you're good. This one, you're just trying to find the batch of the least amount of these things, and then you work with the really small hitbox they got. Even though we're homing, you still do want to be under the boss to kill it as fast as possible. The patterns in Touhou get harder and harder as they go on. So you can see how the bubbles are there. What's this one? I like this one a lot. This one, you have to be close in. It's like a NASCAR track. If you're on the inner lane, you go, you cover more. If you're on the outer bits, then you lose speed. You're not going to be able to make it in time. This will always curve back the other way. Just make sure to be close and looking at the white bullets and you're good. This one you want to make as much ground as possible. So you want to go through these the moment you feel comfortable doing it, and if you don't feel comfortable going through the beans, you wait a bit, like tapping down or moving diagonally and find a better spot. What's this one? I think this one's just dodging. This is one of the clippier patterns. It's easy with the diagonal ones to think you're in a good spot, and then one of them comes out from another bullet because they're crossing. I think this is the final pattern. If you haven't seen Touhou, the final patterns are your resource drain. This one lasts a really long time. What we're doing, I found this is the easiest way to do this. These have a lot of HP, but we can take out a lot of these familiars before stuff actually starts. Whenever these bouncing donuts come in, whenever they run into a familiar, it triggers them. If we delete the ones off the side, then the ones that bounce here, both are not going to hit us because they bounce towards the middle. And there's nothing here for them to create, so we just have bullets coming from one side. It's a whole lot easier. And Erin will try to move towards you. Right now she's kind of in the middle, but she could go over on the left, so you're doing actual damage. But it gets harder and harder as it goes. I found you kind of want to just focus on the fastest color. No! The fastest color is the one you want to think about, because the slow ones you can handle later. You don't want to dodge everything at once, it's too much. If you just look at, so like here, the blue ones, let's see what's next. Let's get tagged by a donut. I've only ever done this last spell once. Red is the fastest color. So at the end of this one, you get a last spell. You don't need any time, you always get it. You got one shot at a really long, really hard pattern. I forgot. I forgot she shoots your ass away. I'll do spell practice real quick, show the last pattern. Damn, red is 3 times faster. So I'll probably do another run of these either at the end or off, because we died somewhere there. Depending on how many continues you use, you get a different ending. I think for a long time, you had to not show the endings on YouTube. I don't remember if that's still a thing. I'll go on like spell practice so you can see if I can show the last spell. So that was 6A. That was one of the routes you can do. Do a Yuyuko. I haven't messed with them. Sure. For the normal video showing how you do these, I'm just doing Reimu. Whenever we do Lunatic, I'm doing the magic team. This is what that'll look like. I could try like after these, I could try like a Yomu solo, just completely blind. Let's see if we could do this. So you can't shoot during this. It's like a timeout TLB. Think like end of a treasure game. It's a bunch of patterns back to back that are hard. So like this one's pretty easy. It's just bullets, and these lasers aren't a problem. Most of this isn't too bad. The actual bad part is this, where we have to circle it, kind of like we had to do earlier. I do think you want to go on the edges this time instead of like going in the middle. You have as much space as possible because you got this shit that goes on. This is the hardest part right here. Where now you have aim shit on you. I think you probably want to go up. Once you're past that one spooky dodge though, I think this is probably fine. And then the rest of this is dodging, I think. You get through the Junko pattern, but really slow. This one's probably decently spooky. No! That's the last one. That's what kind of the last spell looks like. So now we're going to look at doing that, but we're going to do the other route. So as soon as you do your first 6A one, then you unlock 6B, and you fight Kaguya, who's the actual final boss. She's a bit harder in normal mode, I found. I used to think she was easier, but she's got a bunch of nasty stuff. This is what happens if you kill this, kill the big fairies too fast. They don't get out their familiars to cancel the bullets, so you actually have to dodge whatever they're doing. You see, we're at low power, so every time we want to power up, as soon as we have a clean, open, like nothing's going on, you move up to the top, you pop laser, and then you're good. Yo, what up, what up? Yo, I was looking at Akai Katana runs, and I found ASK, I think, as like a clear focused route on like Nico. I might mess with, because it messes with the scoring a little bit, but not in a way that it'll kill you. Akai Katana, the like cave horror game. That one popped up on Steam. It's the first time it's been like on sale for not too much. Yeah, we got John Romero making shmups. We're gonna skip these now. We saw him first time through. Going back over those again, you go through these lanes here. I think this game has a bunch of demonstration points for kind of some of the concepts you see in like bullet hell things. So I think that'll be good for the video I do. I gotta figure out how to make it not like abnormally long though. This shit's gonna be unbelievably long. It's gonna be unbelievably long video, so I'm trying to figure out how to not make it long. I think I have to actually script shit. Because if you talk about each of these patterns the same way I talk about them in the other videos, this shit's gonna be so long to get through this. If a new player sees like a game like, oh, here's how you easily beat this game, and then it's like 3-hour long video, you're like, all right. No last spell for us. Yeah, I haven't seen the novice mode. I've seen people like that one a lot. How hard is it? It's in the middle area, I would assume. You'd like to get back into shmups. So what? If you want if you want non-Touhou stuff, that's not like a. If you look at in the Shmup Junkie Discord, they have like a curated list of games that have a ramp. That's not just something like go play Escaluda or Dodonpachi, which are spooky. While a lot of the top of the list is stuff like novice modes and like different modes and games that make them a lot easier, there's things like Kingdom Grand Prix 1-all that are in there. If you're going for like, I just want to get an arcade 1cc, that's sick as fuck because it's Kingdom Grand Prix and that game's awesome. Yeah, Dodonpachi is the bait game because like that shit's still a cave game. That's why they ended up making that list on like Shmup Junkie Discord. Is because so many people would recommend stuff. I've seen like somebody ask for what a first game is before, and I've seen them recommend S-Braid. S-Braid is like pretty tough. Like, the idea was you could get through S-Raid because you don't need to route it. You can just do dodges good. But, like, that's scary. I'm like, requiring dodges to clear is what makes a game scary to me. That's why I would never do, like, Lunatic, go for, like, no miss, no bombs. Where you have to, like, for the entire run be hyper-focused in. These, if you go like along the sides, one of them will go vertical and the other won't. At 1.5 originals, like on the bottom end of like the cave difficulty ones. It's still got things like stage 3 is pretty mean. You're gonna have to bomb a lot. But that one you could have a good time with. Yeah, I love resource routing a whole lot. All of the, like, my favorite runs are, like, survival runs that are constructed in a way that you out-resource any dangerous shit. So they're, like, ultra consistent. If you go on, I would either look up on YouTube, it's easier. Look up Actane, and look up Beginner's List. It's like an hour-long video where they're talking about it, but they have the link in the description. You either do that, or you go into a Shmup Junkie Discord. They have a whole channel dedicated to just that, and it's got it in like one of the pins. But it's easily the best like recommendations that aren't like a lot of good players try to recommend stuff, but as you get better at these games, you get a better understanding of like certain mechanics that you might like forget how they were to learn. Like a lot of new players will be at like, where do I look at the screen? From there, like a lot of people forget that, like, just figuring out, like, where to look is, like, a big deal. Or, like, things like streaming. Streaming don't make sense until people see it, and they go, oh, this whole scary section here, I could just keep tapping, and it deals with everything. So it's like having a curated list like that, and they have a bunch of people there who are, like, newer to shmups who go through and play those. So they have a good grasp on what actual, like, intro games would be good. Yeah, and cutbacks. I remember my first time in Touhou learning what a Ustream was, and it, like, blowing my mind. I remember here, with Kane, you want to kill all these options all the time. All of their familiars, you kill those on the non-spells, they make them so much easier. You see, we just got this like one line of blue bullets. And by the time the next line, the next familiars appear, it's really easy. This is like one of the best examples of like a misdirection pattern. It's like this and like I think the first boss of Blue Revolver or something. Are like the most blatant misdirection patterns. I think this game has a good amount of everything, from puzzle patterns to dodging patterns to gimmick patterns. And it gives you like a whole bunch of resources. I've seen Touhou 10 recommended as a beginner one, and it is easier on the whole. But like 10's mostly easy because it's broken, because the bombs are so busted. This one, I think you're like learning how to deal with stuff, or you're getting tagged a lot. This one, you take out the options there and you're good. If you just watch at the bottom so you can see where the boss is going with that like enemy indicator, then you don't see too much of the second pattern. It like dies before then. This is the Ketsui pattern. I always think of this as the Ketsui pattern. You take out the first two and it's a lot easier. See how I left the bottom two? Now we have to do extra dodging. If you do like the first three while taking out like two from each wave, then you don't really have to dodge anything. This one, everything's pretty slow, so you take it cool. If you move up a bit, if you sit at the bottom, then the speed of the bullets being slow it doesn't make it any easier. You do want to be below her on these non-spells, because you sit there and you're in a safe spot for it. Here, these are a little more messy, but by destroying the familiars at the start, it's a lot easier. Yeah, 7 I would recommend, even despite what I was saying earlier. 7, the barrier in 7 is really nice for new players. Less gimmick patterns is nice. This one here, you want to dodge this really easily. All the small shots are aimed, and the lasers are all consistent. So you just do this in the same pattern every time, and you can make it act the same. It's like one of the rare static Touhou patterns. Yeah, bigger keyboard is optimal 2D controls. It's funny how that stuff, now that that's out and nobody's like stopped it from like keyboard or hitboxes. Now like I don't know if they banned in Smash or whatever, but like fighting games they let that go and now everybody's got that. Yeah, I guess stuff like Yuyiko's a bit less clippy, I'd think. My only one thing about this is I do think Marissa here is like really fucking hard for a new player. Like I'm even getting clipped by shit on Marissa. The reason I do the video on this is because this one, this game I feel like covers more things. I feel like you route this one more. I feel like it's got a big mix of everything. This one too, something like small that I think helps in this game is the familiars, like canceling bullets is a big deal. You don't really think about it too much, but that's a part of this. Like it makes things like this a whole lot easier because you're just dodging for like a tiny bit. And you got this big scary pattern that deletes itself. This one you can stay bottom. Yeah, I think everybody reaches Raisin and then explodes. I think that's a good thing to have though. I'm mostly thinking in terms of variety. Like, you learn a whole lot fighting Marissa. That's completely different than what you learn from fighting Raisin. Kaguya's pretty fucking mean, though. I was surprised going back on here. Like, this pattern's fucking nonsense for a normal mode. This shit is really fucking hard for a normal mode pattern. And these non-spells are pretty mean. This is the one where we just have to keep finding gaps. To very aggressively find some gaps. I feel like I saw a brain-dead way to do this one, where basically past this point, you follow along with these as they go in, and you don't have to do any dodges, but you're not getting your main shot on her. The only reason you do that is just to prevent one of the spawners from dipping like a star on you. If you skip dialogue too fast, you get blasted by these right away. They could fill the screen if you're not ready. Here you stay middle instead of curving around. You do want to get onto this side fast, because you get two of these. If you just keep moving to the right as soon as that one appears, then you're going to get walled off without being able to really hit these too well. Let's see if we can actually do Marissa this time. This one's sometimes easy, sometimes hard. I find just looking at the big picture in terms of like where the huge open areas are makes it a lot easier. You don't get jump scared by like a dense section. Let's not get tagged here. I feel like this is one of our easiest patterns and I keep getting popped by it. I saw you could do stuff like this to make the dodge a bit easier. But I think doing stuff like that should be out of the range for like a new player guide thing. Be a bit too spooky. What do you think of 10 Desires as a beginning game? I played that as a beginner when I was just doing normal modes. I thought it was good, minus the resources. Like, you have to route the resources. I remember thinking that was like the least like resource safe game I'd ever played. Because I'm like, I'm just getting no lives and no bombs the whole time. You route it and it's fine. Like, I found a Yomu route I want to do for Lunatic on that one. I found a Yomu route that just annihilates that whole game with resources. Like, the final boss, you don't dodge a single thing. It's crazy. I'm really looking forward to doing these on Lunatic, especially the ones that you could cheese the fuck out of. I think that'll be fun. This fucking pattern, dude. I swear there was some cheese to make this pattern like turbo easy, and I just don't remember it at all. So like right now we're just macroing the spreads while making sure we're on one side of a laser. So when we need to get through, see, like, this shit is not okay for normal. I still don't know how to do this. Oh, went the wrong way. That one's really easy once you know where the spots you go on are, because the lanes are really clean. I don't remember the spots. Game's AFKable till stage 4. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty chill until then. Or like Touhou 7. I remember having trouble with Alice, but I don't think Alice is that bad at all. Here, since our laser's piercing, if you just find the line with the most amount of stuff. Would you prefer none of them? You see here how they're everywhere? If you just stay at the bottom, all these bullets go away. That one's there just to scare you. I do like this stage a lot. What got me to swap off Touhou and play more arcade stuff was I didn't really like the stage design too much in these. Because they're mostly just variations of like all the mobs are just the same fairy. And it's memorizing things without landmarks. But this stage is memorable enough. Let's see if we not get tagged by Touhou again. Did I unnecessarily hard dodge? Let's see if we can hit the safe spot. So if you want to get through this normally... Is that it? I think it is. I think that shit's consistent. You don't have to memo the positions of these, but you do just want to make sure that your laser's hitting like as many of them as possible. And because these are all on one side of the screen, you just make your way to the other. By that time, everything's open. These big ones, there's so many cancels that here it's fine. I think even on Lunatic, like if we do the Marissa team, I think they just kill everything here before they do anything. Ah, I forgot. You can ram those if you're on Reimu. We've been overcap on bombs. Touhou 2's with memorable enemies. I do think the PC98 enemies are more memorable. They have been doing better with that in recent Touhous. Did we get tagged by Raisin before? I don't remember. What I don't like is with this English patch. This is the only pattern where that happens, but the BGM blocks your hitbox. That's like literally the only pattern where this is a problem. Here's the L, we just do the L over and over again. Okay, we're basically in this rhombus, and the only things we have to worry about are like the directly vertical bullets that are like in between the L that we're making. You just watch for those. You don't even need to worry about everything that's surrounding you. You gotta make sure not to get the point of collection because things get too hairy here. This is a good example of like going where you'll be safe later, as opposed to like forcing something right away. This should be enough room. This one should be too. Most of the gaps that do appear fairly good enough. This one, as long as we don't move up to the very top and like scatter these everywhere, these are effectively just groups of a single bullet. Because look at the very bottom, they all overlap into a single bullet. I think this is my favorite pattern. Hopefully I don't die to it now that I said that. Just dodge one color at a time, you have more than enough time. I'm more comfy dodging it here, so even though Raisin's over there, it's fine, she'll like move over here. I'm interested how the Lunatic one of this, because the Lunatic one's not too different. You have the aim shot that's a bit different. But like the same movement pattern's exactly the same. So we're positioning ourselves, you see based off these blue bullets, this one in the middle here. This is the one we're positioning, and then all we have to do is sidestep this bullet or not. So we're tapping down, tapping down. I like tap diagonal, just to make sure we don't tag it. You probably can shoot these with human. Uh-oh. Ah. Let's see if we can do this one again. So we're looking at the blue bullets. I think the blue bullets are always slow. This pattern was always fucking crazy to me. Oh, we barely made it. Yeah, I think this is also, she has like either 2 feet or 2 arms in the same way. I forget. This no miss, no bomb? Yeah, this is no miss, no bomb. I think we didn't get hit by Marissa, did we? I don't think we did. I want to get a good demonstration replay. I think this one's looking good so far. You're familiar? Tracks onto the... You're familiar, if you sit over here, your laser hits one, and then your familiar will track to the other one. It makes it so you kill both of them pretty fast. What's the difference here? We get 3 of them, but now instead of, like, aiming in weird curves, they aim straight down, but we got 3. We have bigger gaps in them. But, like, really just the aim shots, the aim blue ones are the only thing you're really thinking about. Because it's easy to navigate, like, clean vertical lanes. I kind of like locking on to one of them and then moving away to the others. If they stack up vertically on top of each other, it's even easier. Like right here, we got lucky. You can even use like Reimu's shot and it clears through pretty good. Let's see if we do this not wrong. We just tap and the blue bullets don't exist. We can even move up and back a bit. The blue ones are kind of slow. But we have more than enough damage before we reach the side. This one, stay at the bottom. If we're at the very bottom, all the bottom spawners get put off screen. We just wait till last second, move up and left. Wait, move up and left. And by now it should die really soon. That pattern was like a goddamn nightmare to me. Yeah, we even like there's a bomb. We're about to get another life. I don't think they go beyond this point. Hopefully this goes good. I'm almost certainly not gonna no-bomb this shit, because some of these patterns are fucked up. Here's what we do. We look at where she's going. We're gonna go off to the side so we can bait these, while also hitting her with, like, our laser. And now, even though we're not hitting her with the laser by this point, we have enough damage that by the time we get, like, walled off to the side, we're fine. I could do that way better. This pattern, I think, is the hardest one in the game. No, dude, I'm so close. We want to be aligned up here. I don't know if I did the bait right, but these will rotate, like, based on your initial position. I think I did it wrong. This is way too dense. If you do it right, then most of these aim off, and it's a lot easier to deal with. This one, I found the lasers are shockingly not that much of a problem. You want to be dodging all the green shit first. And then getting in... putting myself in such shitty positions. That's a pretty bad demo of that. That's a bad strat. I have problems with this pattern. Very hard to read where the... Oh, damn, that sucked. I didn't even see a bullet. I think I got tagged by a blue one. What are you? This is kind of a cool... If you want just turbo consistent, this pattern. So you dodge 3 up top. It's always open in the middle. The 4th one you bait. And it would just tap slowly. Slow tap, slow tap, slow tap, slow... I guess that doesn't work if you're low on power. This one, usually you sit in, like, lanes. Like, you'd sit in the blue lane and then put your focus on the red bullets. I found the opposite. I feel like the blue moves so bizarrely in how it's, like, curved. That I feel like most of my attention is on the blue. Especially because they're faster. This shit is unbelievably hard. You want to dodge the stars first, in between each laser. Like now we get through the stars. Get through the stars. Get through the stars. So it like... Ooh, I should have died there. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is a final. The final, this shit doesn't move like up from vertically for like a really long time. So you just sit here and you're dealing tons of damage. These take forever to get to you, and by the time the first ones are reaching you, that's when the last ones are about to like pop off the edge of the sides. So you just wait till you're about to be hit, and then you tap. Once these do start moving like this, now we can move off to the side. Now we're doing proper... Oop! I was looking at the wrong spot. You would just move off to the side before the next wave comes in, and then you have more than enough room to just keep tapping off, and it dies at this point. Yeah, I completely turned my eyes on looking at like brighter colors. I like forgot about the fucking blue bullets. I had to beat this without practice. Nice. The Touhou prac is freaking godsend. I remember like begging for Touhou to have save states. I haven't looked at how you actually do any of these. I think it's something like... I don't remember. There's a really easy way to do this one. I don't remember it. Since these are all optional and they just are for score. Because these are all optional, I haven't even bothered to mess with these too much. If you're playing a score run, then you basically like need to get these down because a vast, huge chunk of your score is based off hitting all of these. This is the easiest one. If you just focus on one line, then it goes slow motion. Just focus that one at a time, and they go slow enough that you could do a fast movement through it. I feel like the practice mode shit is such an enormous fucking deal in anything. I won't play a game unless there's a way to have a decent practice mode or save state or something. You can see how like small these donuts are. You go pretty slow, you still get them. This one's fun to dodge. I wouldn't want to dodge one of these if you were doing like a no miss, no bomb one, because this one's hella random. I don't remember if there's a technical spot. I think the spot I used to like, or maybe here is good or something. It's like the same spot as the Galuda 2 final boss, where the safe spot is. I think right here is like a good position. Almost got it. Anyway, you're gonna do death smiles, but emulation bad as port terrible. So here's what you do. Here's what you do. You play New Shmup Mame. New Shmup Mame's good now. It can run CV1K without like horrific input lag and actual proper slowdown. Like the new Shmup Mame is like turbo good. I was messing with that and it made SDOJ playable. And like even like I was doing DFK on there. And DFK runs like input latency is super good. Yeah, Coffee Pulp, it's like the slowdown was perfect. Yo, what up, Metal Wolf? The Coffee Pulp I didn't like because it was just too laggy, even if the slowdown was like perfect. But like, that's why for my like SDOJ, even though like Coffee Pulp is so much better in like making it run good. Does New Mame run on potatoes? Probably not. The CV1K games, you need like a proper ass PC, I think. I'm not too sure. Is there a hat? There's no hat. Rare footage of Touhou character without their hat. But the I would mess with it. Like, worst case, where do you get that new shmup meme? Search shmup meme SH3. Or if you're in any of the Discords, somebody's probably linked it if you search shmup meme. It'll be like a GitHub thing. Yeah, if you got a link, you could toss it in here. Silvergun down to 3 frame, yes. Dude, I was labbing Silvergun with Mednafen since the port has bad practice options. Mednafen's so fucking laggy, dude. Do you guys, how many of you guys mess with Saturn emulation? Or just playing Saturn in general? There's so much sick-ass shit on Saturn, but like emulating it is dog shit. It's so fucking laggy, it's unbelievable. I haven't messed with, I got like a mister to try chucking on one of these, just to see if like, maybe it's not dog shit. Yeah, like right, I wonder if you can see. I don't know if you can. I got a setup with like a proper CRT. I don't have the best CRT for delay. I think it is like set like 15 ms or something. Yeah, I've never had any Saturn emote do work at all. But I gotta mess with that on Mister, because there's so much cool shit on Saturn. Even outside of shmups, there's so much good shit. They came out with like a Princess Crown translation. That's like one of the first Vanillaware things. There's a bunch of stuff like that that's just locked on there. Yeah, elevator action returns is fucking sweet. That's one I want to 1cc the arcade one of. Yeah, there's all the Sakura Tyson stuff. I don't know too much on those. That's like the VN shit that's like tactical mechs, but also VN romance game. I'm pretty sure that's what those are. That's how these are on normal. Real quick, I'll just preview something that I'm interested in. I haven't labbed this at all, but you see Marissa, Alice here. Their whole gimmick is they're fast, but they do high damage, but they're a straight shot. The interesting thing about this team, though, is Marissa's projectiles come out like really fast. Like as soon as you swap to her, her projectiles are going, and you have that slow shot too. So if you tap like this, the laser's like proccing instantly. And I suspect, I don't know if this is actually how it works, but I'm pretty sure the laser like takes only a certain amount of time. It's not like it's hitting every frame. It's not like it's going da 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 when Alice's laser's going. But I suspect if you're doing this, it like resets it. I could be wrong. It could be just you're just getting both shots at once. But if you do this, it like melts the living fuck out of all the bosses in the game. It's like crazy. So like, whoop, that pattern's already dead. How about this one? I think you even do more while point blanking because of Marissa's spread or something. And you don't need to be doing it at all times, or else it's like really unwieldy to be doing dodges like this where your speed is fluctuating. But you do like a fuck ton of damage. And there's some fun routing where you skip a lot of patterns. I don't know if this is easier than just playing they call this Malice Cannon. Just Marissa Alice Cannon. I don't know if this is better than just playing like Border Team or something, but it's funny. It's funny skipping patterns that you otherwise like. I'm really infatuated with all the ways to just cheese the fuck out of random Touhou games. There's not too many ways to cheese. I think you do want to kill these anyway, or maybe you kill it fast enough before the pattern even happened. Reimu Miles easier? I think I'm still gonna do it anyway because this shit's funny. And it's also good at killing familiars while you're also like here where she has familiars going out. You're just consequently also killing those. Like there's a, what is it? Like what pattern is it? I think it's one of Erin's patterns. Like her final gets like deleted by this shit because they're killing all of her familiars. while also like melting her entirely. It's kind of fun how fast you go, even with the like weird sporadic movement. I don't know if you need to tap at a certain pace. Like, I don't know if you just go fast or if you just go like this or whatever. If there's like a certain tick you need to hit or something, I'm not sure. Because sometimes in the replay I was looking at, sometimes it seems like they're going pop, 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 pop. Or if you need to wait for like it would be much easier if you tapped at this pace. Maybe this pace is better. Plus it's better on your hand. Touhou fans don't... She's got a good art and a good theme and part of the best game. Oh yeah, Marissa and Mountain of Faith. That's a one run I wouldn't do just because it's so cheesy. So like you just delete every boss instantly with like turbo damage. Doing Malice Cannon now? Yeah, we're just dicking around with it. I haven't labbed Lunatic at all. I just wanted to show off this shit. There's an equivalent of this in like Touhou 14. I'm pretty sure a lot of the characters can do this. But the big one is Sakia A. She just deletes bosses. You sit on top of them and you constantly refresh your like long ooh, that was planned. She just refreshes a really long what do you call it? She's got her daggers that take a while to go out, but you just keep refreshing it. You do have to route a lot with this, or else you get yourself stuck in situations like that. We're just gonna see how long I last unrouted in this. This is one I definitely want to do, though. I want to do the Touhou Lunatics in order. So I want to do 6 first. I got 6 set up. 6 will be interesting because that's the one I have the like least experience with out of all the older games. Because I didn't like bigger hitbox plus you know, for some reason, when I was new to Touhou, I hated Rumia's theme. That was, like, enough to get me to not do the game. Not her theme, but the stage theme. The stage theme's actually really good. It's just the intro part that's kind of doinky. Let's see, how many cancels can we get? It gives you a whole lot for there. Yeah, 6 Lunatics seems like on the harder end, because you get fewer resources, and the whole fucking game is random. I'm thinking of playing Marissa B just to bomb shit. Otherwise, just play Reimu B. As long as the laser's on screen, you're good. Gotcha. Yeah, then you can mash pretty, like... Okay, yeah, this pace is pretty good, and it's not gonna, like, make your finger die. I've collected all of the Touhou games, fucking cheesy-ass strats for all of them. Like 14 doing the Sakia dagger thing, 15 dying like 25 times, and bombing 100 times. I find that shit so funny. These are fun games to play all around in, like blind. Oh, how did we get this one? I thought you'd have to do your yokai laser when you auto-bombed or whatever. I haven't tried this on Lunatic. I'm curious how hard the red bullets are. I think a hard part with this team too is like, since you need to be switching all the time, it's a bit unwieldy. Because you basically have unfocused speed anytime you're doing this, and it's sporadic unfocused. Wow, does this get smaller in Lunatic? I guess our death bomb is always the spark. Touhou 8 middle loaded in difficulty. Yeah, I feel like you can route out 3 to not be a problem, which is something I want to... Ooh, I didn't kill any of the familiars, so we're in danger. I guess you can't kill him. It didn't seem like I could shoot him. I find 4 hard, and people have a hard time with 5. I think once you know how to handle 5, it's not bad. It's like comfy once you know how to handle it. We don't have Reimu though, so we can't do this one. Oh, like stage 4 is a fucking menace. I guess we just sit here. I always felt these are the best games to run blind. These aren't... Like, the vast majority of arcade games, you run blind, you're just gonna die by, like, stage 2 or something. I think even though you hit the familiars here so you don't get the cancel, I think you still do this shit anyway. Or maybe you leave them alive for a bit and then you start doing this. I wonder if we do the same strat here. Do we just kill the 2 up front? I guess we could be doing this every time we want to kill familiar. Yeah, this isn't bad. And it dies before anything starts. That's like the damage with this. How hard are you? Tap, tap, tap. This shit's really fun to do. I thought it'd be annoying tapping all the time. And the, like, inconsistent movement. But it's pretty amusing. Oh, I did wrong spot. Oh, God. Help. We're gonna kill this one first. These probably just detonate immediately. I didn't kill it. I need that. Alright, I think this is the same. I think you just sit in the middle. I thought about doing Remilia solo for the Lunatic run, but I think I'd just do this instead. Oh, there's a lot more. They're a lot faster, but they're still, like, super manageable unless you don't kill him like I didn't. You want to bomb not as a death bomb in this game. You keep losing your bombs when you do that. How is this pattern? We probably kill the familiars down here. I'm curious how far this... Ooh! You gotta be in the hard middle on that one. We both don't have a Reimu hitbox now. And it's Lunatic, so it's tighter. I haven't seen this pattern. I guess you just find a spot that's good. And then you can just sit there cannoning. This one's really cool. That wasn't even the final. Yeah, Marissa's fat as shit. Dude, I looked at her hitbox in Mountain of Faith and in 11, and it's like it was something like massive, unbelievably massive. Like, she's not that much bigger than Reimu in a lot of the games, but in those ones they gave her like double the hitbox. It was something like 11-11 or something really fucking goofy. We're probably dying here. This is a routing stage, and I don't know how you route a straight shot on this stage. Oh my God. Help! These probably go down real fast. This should probably... this shit probably detonates immediately. Yeah, look at that. Wow, that did so much to them. How about here? You're gone. I really, really like the unintended, like, cheeky ways to do dumb shit in these games. I was looking at a Lunatic run with Remilia, and like it seemed like very decent for a bit, but the problem I ran into is like Kane, the stage 3 boss, is so much harder if you can't kill her familiars. I think that shit's the problem. Like, it's not a problem here because Marissa Oh, by the way, is this at right speed? Okay, I think it is. I have no clue how to fight Reimu. So if you play this team, or what's the other team that fights Reimu? It's Marissa, and if it's Remilia. If you play the Ghost team, then you're fighting, then you're fighting Marissa, I think. This one I used to not understand because I thought it was mirrored. But it's not mirrored, it just goes to, like, the position where you were. Like, the same vertical one. It's not like going through portals or anything. And, like, inverting. It's just going late to a position you were before. What's this one? That's kind of fast. Doesn't seem bad, because the lingering bullets, there's only like 1 or 2 of them. So it's just dodging the fast wave. This one doesn't seem like a problem, unless... Can't fucking hit her. I guess I could have skipped that and gotten use out of the bomb. Help! How do we get out of this shit? Help! This is why if you... Even with doing the cannon thing, I suspect we got a route like super hard. But I imagine if you don't... I lost the bomb. If you don't do the cannon, it's like Turbo Cell. Reimu's got a good theme. Oh, this team's so fun though, just the speed you could go at. Like, it feels like you're getting away with shit whenever you're zooming around. Alright, what is this? Will she start moving us like Larsa? Yeah, this is the Larsa pattern. Also, I think Reimu is supposed to be easier, even on like on Lunatic versus Marissa. Duh. Trying extra hard not to, when I'm going fast, get snagged by the yin yangs. Oh, what is this? Oh, we gotta beat shit. What are you? I think this one you can route out. I remember seeing this. You have to swap between the above and bottom. Whoa, you see how fast that died? That's crazy. This team fucking annihilates that last pattern. Everything... This is just one in the middle. Oh. It's dead. Alright, I wasn't sure if I could do this type or not, but I want to figure out this one. It seems too amusing. Uh-oh. This is probably good here. This laser covers everything. We need to get to this side, though, so we don't fall behind. And then it's probably same thing as before. We just hide out. Bullets go away. Who is next? Probably Big Fairy. That just gets annihilated. Wrong side. That's not good. We still killed it fast enough. This team is so fast. Now it's like middle, right, left. I do need these point items for extend. How hard is Touhou? It should be like the same. Oh god. Please go. Ah. Oh, that's a good cancel. We might kill her before we even dodge. Yeah. Whenever you get full power, you get like a full screen clear. Oh, those aim kind of in a spooky way. This is middle 3, right? Yeah, it's... I remember a replay I was watching was killing the fairies in a specific way. Nah, this shit ain't clearing. That'd be super funny, though. The problem is Kaguya's like a resource hog. We do have a decent amount. Alright, how hard are you now? We're gonna try to keep swapping whenever we're in a safe spot. But most of the time we should probably be just focusing. This is the same strat, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we just go in the L. Oh, I remember. This shit took like 100 years in the replay. Because we can't hit her while this is happening. So I think we just go up fast. Try to damage. Go in here. Oh god, this could take a while. We might time her out. Maybe if I get a better point blank or something. Oh, we're doing damage. There it is. I need to not go up. This team's really good at actually getting the point of collection. Does that hit her? I heard something that like Alice bombs are no bueno. Help! Help! This is probably the same but tighter. Oh, risk that one. Ah, that sucks. I missed the one bullet. We actually need to not use our bombs for death bombs. So we actually have some. Okay, look how fast this one dies when we actually hit her. I'm really curious how hard this one is. Because, like, that's the same dodge. The issue is dealing with these. So let's see how hard it is to get around these. That's probably going to be a problem. I'll have to learn how you're actually supposed to bait those. I thought I made it through. I missed the bullet on the right. We do kill... Oh, shit. I was doing the old strat. The normal one. I think we need to... Where do we actually need to go? Okay, we could use the same exact position. And we still have one extend worth. We'll just do Kaguya. I barely played Aaron on normal mode. This shit's probably gonna be so hard. I'm probably gonna bomb this right away. Oh, I didn't kill that one. After Spark seems I'm not sure how to use Alice Bomb. This one seems so much better. This part's probably harder too. We don't have the homing. So we have to actually like get to enemies. We technically could get a the 1100 life. Right, how do we... Ah! Well, these remain. That's the problem. That's your penalty if you don't kill these in time. I don't think we can make 300 points. Oh my god, that's so much faster. Same strategy. I knew it. I thought they'd expand before firing. How do we hit her here? Because she's always in a weird spot. So, like, she's gonna go to a side. We have to do cut. This is already a nightmare on normal. I wonder how it is like here. Yeah, fuck it. We're just getting this one out. She still lives. We need to debate this. I don't know what the point is to where they start. Like when the exact time is where they're baited. I think you just need to be up at the top like immediately. That did kill a lot of them. I didn't know human bombs can take out familiars. That makes sense in retrospect. It's something new. We need to kill this shit before it gets hard. That's funny, it's got the check for you being up at the top of the screen. No, you're so close. Oh, I saw this is the strat they do. They like take out these. I don't know if Marissa's like extra good at killing those or something. Still didn't kill it. Maybe I'll just kill. Fucking just end the pattern. This could technically be doable if I had the point items. That's pretty funny. I'm like, I wonder how long this clear would take to get. Die, 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 die. Oh, no! The trick to skip the pattern is to do the pattern? Nah. Nah, we would need to cheese the pattern. I saw a clear run where it takes out the ones on the sides, and then the whole pattern is nothing. You sit in the middle. I don't know how to do it though. I couldn't kill the one on the right. Oh, that's a pretty funny run. Alright, what time is it? I'll just fuck around with Yomu. Let's show the extra. I used to be able to do this. I don't remember now. All the extra stages, they're like between normal and hard difficulty, but they're all like turbo routing based. They're all like patterned ones. Or like gimmick ones. Like you see here, this looks crazy, but once you know you do this. Oh, already dead. I haven't done this in so long. It's been years. How does Yomu work? You lock your option when you... They behave a little bit differently. when you pick the solo team. So like Remilia, who usually plants her options, she'll hold on to her options while you're unfocused. Ah! Alright, let me do a serious one. When I was new, I never fucked with Yomu because the ghost seems so bizarre. I think Yomu's shot does like an enormous amount in this game. Or at least in the other ones, like 10 Desires, it's a chunk. We do bad damage if we don't face it right. Ghost Team's trying to do Malice Cannon, but worse. Yeah, I don't remember how to do this. My like first ever shmups I did was like a normal mode of this. How's your bomb? That's a pretty good one. It's kind of fast though. My first shmup I ever did was this on normal and then this on extra. I never figured out how to do Volcano though. And this is a fucking bizarre shot type. Is there a difference in focus when like Because I think in like one of the games, one of the later ones, you just use your shot on her and point blank things for a fuck ton. This was the first gimmick pattern I ever learned. I think you sit on the E and then you tap. This was the first ever memo thing I ever learned. And then I think you go back. So like the extras are like full of this kind of thing. On this Linux no lag. I have no clue how to do it on Linux. I got the DG Voodoo and the Special K thing working on here. And it feels so goddamn good. Like before I'm like, man, this is so much laggier than I remember it being. And now it's like you just fly. Oh, what was this pattern again? Oh, this is also, you do the same spot. You sit on the E, and then you tap off, and then you're just looking at the slow ones. Oh, it's so weird that you can aim this on the bottom too, like that. Whenever I see grazing clips of this game with Yomu doing some crazy shit. Whenever it spams up arrow. See, it sounds like... V-patch didn't work with the trends. This shit is so weird without homing shot. This is actually like turbo easy with like Reimu. It's probably not also that bad with Yomu. I just have literally no idea what I'm doing. It's been so long since I need to relearn this and do it sometime. Going through the extras on these would be fun. Let me see Moku at least. I remember like when I was new and learning these, all the non-spells beat my ass. I like couldn't handle a lot of the non-spells. This one, do I remember how to do this one? This one you're like baiting the daggers. You're like going up top and then you curve around. A lot of the patterns in Extra are like this, where you like find the strat like that for them. A lot of what makes these ones hard are she's moving around, so the angles are a bit different and the speed of them are different. Oh god, I wasn't ready for this. We'll probably go up here. You can build yourself enough room on this. Aw. This is hurting your eyes. The game or the gameplay? Because the gameplay should be hurting your eyes. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is one of the first bullet health things I ever saw. There was a video of this, and I could do the Escaluda version of this pattern. You can either like sit in the middle and do a little spooky dodges, or you just go out and meet each one at the head. So do you want to be focused on Yomu? Like you aim it so it's forward and then focus? Or do you want to be using shot? Outside of the score thing, I don't know what makes her good. I forgot how to line this up. Oh, do we have to be up a little bit? I don't remember. Oh, you go in between the blue ones. Or like, it's something like this. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe you're up a bit, and you go... It's like something with going in between these. My fucking ghost is aimed the wrong way. How do we fix that? Oh god, I completely forgot how to do this. Only works with Reimu Yukari? That makes sense. I've wondered that because it seems like that was unintentional, and that's the way I always did. You have to actually dodge it normal? You have to dodge it normal on all the other ones? What game teaches good fundamentals for shmups in general? This one, Batsugun. I would look at the beginner list on Actane's channel or the Shmup Junkie Discord. Dodonpachi will teach a lot, but it's also really fucking mean. If you're at a point where you're looking for the easier arcade one-alls, then Mushi Futari Original will teach like streaming and shit, and like cutbacks like super well. Anything with the difficulty progression will be good. It depends exactly what type of fundamentals you want. Because, like, if you want to be good at Psycho games, it's going to be you're going to learn, like, how to learn a game by labbing any game. Why we never get the other ones? Because, I don't know. I blame him, too. We need it. Please. I'm just glad Xenia runs it good. But it depends on what games you want. Like, games will have things that cross-help other ones. But specifics like being good at doing the polarity dodges in Ikaruga are hard to translate. The routing, the static routing and like a chaining of Ikaruga would help a lot. And being aware of stuff, but like not direct one-to-one. So like if you want to play Psycho, I'd play like Gunbird 1. If you want to play Cave, you do either the novice modes or you'd go in. The Mushis are pretty good for that. Escalade is good up until the final boss for that. It's got a clean curve, and it's still hard as a new person. Kingdom Grand Prix, a one-all, is a pretty good one if you don't care about the racing. That game's just sick in general, too. I haven't done any Rising shit. I want to do the Maho games, and I want to do the Yagawa games. You want to get better at raw dodging? Touhou games are the best at that. Because most of this shit is random. Like, look at, let's find, like, Reimu. Or not Reimu, let's find Marissa. Touhou games are really goddamn good at raw dodging stuff. They give you shit like this. So this is even just the normal mode. You can't route something like this. You can find like a when you like to go through the big stars, but this stuff gets you good at like looking at multiple angles. Like a pattern like that will get you good at raw dodging. Should try Touhou on arcade stick. It depends if you think it's cool. Like you'll learn whatever you want to learn. If you're going to stick because it would be like an optimal experience, then no. I think keyboard and hitbox annihilate everything. Like we're talking earlier, but I literally play everything on this. Like everything but shmups I play on this. It's just I really like arcade machine aesthetic. What's another like a dodgy pattern? This game has... You have to play everything. See, if you're on keyboard, you're set. If you want to be, you can use arrow keys, but if you do find the problem you have, like you only have one middle finger to hit up and down. If you have that problem, you can always mimic what a hitbox does. So like this is like your WASD without the W. You can always mimic this by doing like is it mirrored? It's not mirrored. ASD, and then have this be your up. And then you can hit everything at once. You can mimic that on keyboard with like ASD spacebar if you run into that issue. Most Kaguya stuff is great for raw dodging. Yeah, look at this shit, dude. Look at my ratio on clearing this fucking pattern. Oh, it doesn't show it in practice. Oh, this is the lunatic version. Oh, God. That looks crazy because it's the lunatic version, right? Look at the fucking normal version. This shit is so hard. I'm so glad Dodonpachi doesn't have shit like that in it. Was the bane of your lunatic 1cc attempts? I can imagine. That shit is so goddamn hard. I don't know the logic. I don't know how to... I guess, like, while you're in the clear, you move up. Maybe you play up a lot, because if you play at the bottom, you get stuck in a lane. Dude, I can barely capture this on normal. I don't know how Lunatic just worked. You play fighting games, so you're familiar with hitbox, never figured out how to change it. Yeah, it's weird. I've messed with the first... I play hitbox fighting games a bunch, but going in like Touhou, messing around with hitbox felt really weird. Because it's like you can't just tell your brain go down left. You can't just go down left. It's just like, you're like thinking about it for a while. Even when like comfy with hitbox in other games. You see what Wes does is he has like ASD here, and then he uses his other hand to hit W, which is interesting. I haven't tried that before. I don't know. That would be really interesting. I know some fighting game players play that way. Yeah, if you go in... Does this have everything? There's like a lot of last words that aren't even, Yo, what up? There's a lot of last words that like aren't in the main game. They're like bonus ones that you just chucked in there. It's kind of like bonus soundtracks they do in games that like aren't in it. Games like Turbo content rich. Yeah, like a lot of people swear off one of these. This is the best D-pad I've ever used. It's like M30. Very squared, so it's hard to do curve dodges. I know what you mean. You're very like... or like making like... You're always making clean movements on hitbox. Saturn is goated too. You know the worst stick. Fucking, has anybody seen this? I don't even know if you could tell. I was so stoked for one of these because for the longest time, this shit was the coolest thing ever. It's a clicky stick. It's a clicky stick instead of like a D-pad, so you get micro switch arcade stick feel. But fucking when they made this shitty thing, they made the look at how far you have to go. Like, how do I show this? So like if I'm holding there, now I've clicked. Like unusable. I'm so sad. M30 caused you problems, like with them breaking down, or like just with using. Very bad for grapplers. Yeah, I can't do 360s on hitbox at all. I have trouble with half circles too. Like unless they have an input buffer thing. Like what's like the biggest game that's a problem? Like fucking trying to do King Giant Swing. Sometimes you miss a diagonal. Yeah, it goes so far. It goes so far. And something like this, it just pops instantly. It's just so fast. You like barely move your thumb. I remember back then when Gutex was like calling people cheaters for using a controller. Because it was so easy to go one side to the other in fucking Street Fighter V. It causes most problems to crash. Yeah, that's a pain. That's an extra pain too, because isn't like Bluetooth slightly laggier? Alright, what hitbox are you running? I have a... This is just the snack box, but I've replaced all the switches with ones that are crazy light. Because you're doing Korean backdashing and Tekken, so you're doing this all day long. And I found it at being like extremely light made that way more relaxing. My problem with these is like, I've like broken these really easily. Get one that's like longer and bigger. For Touhou, you need a mod or something to turn arrows into having spacebars down. Yeah, there's ways you can... I think people use auto hotkey. Not physically clawing them like that. I do mean like ASD and then spacebar. I assume people use auto hotkey for that. You can... Or you might have to... I'm not sure, because you'd have to figure out a... I think auto hotkey would work. Yeah, you can probably get AI to just spit you out an auto hotkey script. That's just like... I don't know how bad or good that is. There's probably a way better way to do it. But that's if you do like that style and want to do that on keyboard. That's what I did when I was practicing like fighting games to get used to it. Can't tell difference with lag. Had specific issues. Steam input's a good way around that. With games holding vertical inputs, yeah, that would drive me nuts really fast. You'd have spacebar as up. So think like WASD, but you swap the W over to spacebar. It makes getting through stuff really bizarre, having like... What you could do is they make mix boxes, which are like they do use WAS or WAS or arrow keys, and I think that's totally fine if you don't like to swap that. Like I'm pretty sure Juju Kenobi plays keyboard with arrow keys. I could be wrong, but I feel like I remember seeing him doing that. Maybe he did do, or I don't know. I haven't seen the 8-bit do arcade sticks since those have come out. My entire fighting game scene is like 80% hitboxes at this point. It's crazy. Is this hitboxes on the shmup setup? Hell yeah. Is it on cab or something? Do they need like an alt connector? I know some of the arcade dudes that I know, they'll have like a USB setup here when they run stuff, so people don't use this. They use whatever they got if they want to. No problem, dude. Button's okay, stick needs upgrade. Yourself like a... I'm pretty big fan of LS32 for shmups. But not much to the point of once he's seeing stuff. Yeah, if you want the like, it took me a long... I knew about shmups for an extremely long time before ever going for 1cc attempts, because like the arcade 1cc's were too crazy. It took me like starting with Batsagun and stuff. But now if you ever go look at that, like, look at like Actane beginner list or whatever, that shit is so much of a better ramp. Like, you don't need to dedicate like months to getting like a big 1cc. Different game each month, basically different setup. It's nice. I thought about setting up a 360 in here. I have like actual SDOJ. SDOJ runs like dog shit on 360, even real hardware. I'm like, I wonder if it even like, if Xenia's even better. Or maybe if it's slightly better than Xenia, then that would be cool to do the other modes in. I don't have a keyboard by me. It's Actane, A-K-T-A-N-E. Search like Shmup Beginners List. It's an hour-long video of Actane and Chinopolis discussing this list. You don't need to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. There's just a Google Doc in that link, and they are constantly going through and like a proper... Oh yeah, imagine in Ukraine, it's probably pain in the ass to get stuff shipped over there. Xenia's the same. Yeah, I'm like, I got no reason to pull it. And Xenia's really good for Futari. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this shit. Yeah, very recently, there's like a soft mod for 360 or something. Like, you don't have to go through, like, soldering anything. Some people are really stoked on it. I remember when that popped out, because it was, like, really, really fast. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate ya. We're probably gonna end off in there pretty soon. I think I go work with these replays to make that, like, normal video. Hitsui PS3? I think those PS3 emulators are slowly getting not bad. But I could be wrong. Yo, what up, Apple? You missed? We just went through normal on a couple of them. Just to get some replays. And then we fucking made it to... We almost made it to the end of Lunatic. With fucking Marissa. Which is pretty funny. That was a cheeky one, though. I was just bombing everything. Eventually, I want to do Lunatic on this, so it's just dicking around on that. This one is not on Steam. This one, you have to go to a certain shrine. You technically can, like, find places where you could buy a physical. But, it's like fucking Windows XP game, so it's a whole thing. If you need to make this game not run like shit, there's, like, a Reddit thread on how to use DG Voodoo and Special K on how to make this look good and run crazy good. This shit was so laggy on like Windows 11, and then it just ran good with like that thing. It's like a scary looking Reddit post because they went into how everything worked, but it was really just downloading a file and downloading Special K, and then it kind of worked. eBay delivery 100? Yeah, that's rough. Be nice if the emulation on that is super good. They're getting to a point where a PS4 emulation might be a thing. Like, people were emulating, like, the Destiny version. Yeah, that thread, like, it's cool when they go into details, but I'm like, I have no idea the words that are being spoken here. I need a For Dummies step-by-step guide. The step-by-step guide is you take the game you did, chuck it in your folder, you install Special K, and then there's like... I think there's like one thing you have to tick in DG Voodoo. And then it's like you're set. Yeah, I got no idea what it... I don't know if before... Like, I played it before and it felt really, really good. Back on, like... I played this on XP and I played this on Windows 7. I played this on maybe even, like, 10, I didn't feel. But, like, it's also... It might not be fine normally. What I was doing is I wanted to play it vertically. So I'd play it on the other cab. The vertical cab. But, like, the rotator, it, like, killed the frame pacing, and the input lag was kind of bad. I can't get these to work good vertically without, like, horrific problems. So I just said, fuck it, we'll just play on here. How do you go about learning games you can't emulate? I pick games that I don't... Like, if a game doesn't have any way to practice mode it, I'm not going to learn it. So, anything that... It either needs a good practice mode or an alternate version that has save states. So like Radiant Silvergun has a bad practice mode, but you can download Saturn version and run like save states on that. Or like Ikaruga practice mode is ass, so I just went in Dolphin and played the GameCube version and then played the actual thing on here. But if it's a game that you can't lab, like period, like I'm trying to think of something that like you just can't lab at all. Yeah, Touhou is Touhou Prac, which is god tier. You can literally pick a frame on the stage and it goes to it. Yeah, I have no idea how it would perform on Linux. I have no clue how that stuff works. It's either gonna be like a pain in the ass, or it's gonna be like actually like turbo better. I got no clue what each. Through Wine on Debian. People probably got this one figured out. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna... Yo, what up, Kirby? Eshkatos gives you Nomus to start here. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna lab Eshkatos. I haven't thought about that. How many lunatics you got? 0. Absolutely 0. I haven't done any lunatics yet. Basically, as a shmup player, I went from playing normal modes directly into arcade games. So what I want to do is I want to go back through the Touhou games. So I want to go back to... I want to do Touhou 6 and then just keep going up in Lunatic. You put Touhou 7 on Steam Deck? That was a journey? Oh boy. They're just talking about like getting shit to work on Proton or whatever. The Steam ones seem fine. I don't know how you do these older ones. This one, once we got, like, Special K working, now it feels like turbo good. I wish I could get it to work with the rotator thing, but I can't get a PG Voodoo to work with the rotator. Because they need their own, like, DirectX file you chuck in there, and I don't know how that shit works. Yeah, either painful or so much better. Yeah, that's the impression I get. Got throw? Oh, I didn't think about doing the JP locale. Yeah, LNNs, no, I don't have any LNNs. I will never go for an LNN. Because the average number I see whenever I see people going for those, they're like, oh, this shit took 200 hours to finally get of this game. I don't have 200 hours worth of patience in me. I would rather get a bunch of games. I'm like, if I went for those, then I wouldn't be able to do videos on anything. I also hate grinding. I fucking hate grinding. I hate doing runs. I really hate doing runs. So like I want to learn a game. Learning a game is the funnest part for me. Actually doing the run is like, okay, we have to actually do the test. I'm like, whatever, we'll just get it over with and then move on. So like LNNs are beyond me. We got close to we missed up till like one thing on Kaguya and then I like tapped and died. That'll probably be the replay I just rip stuff out from to do the normal guide. I want to do a guide that goes from like how to not know shit about how to play these into going into getting a clear from nothing. What do you think of Sky Force? Is that like a top-down vertical on Steam? I haven't dipped with any like Euro games. The closest I've played is I played Jets and Guns a shit ton when I was a kid. That's as far Euro as I have. I guess I played the Platypus game, or the... whatever the... What do you call it? I can't remember how to say Play-Doh. The fucking Play-Doh game. Have you noticed that save state makes you hesitate too much with bombs or straight up lose bomb sense? Yeah, so here's the problem. When you're playing completely blind without a route, then you are 100% devoted in trying to like see the bullets and trying not to die. And then you get yourself in a bad situation. You know you're going to be in a bad situation, and then you pop bomb. Yeah, the intermediate guide's a god tier video. But when you have a route, then a lot of your brain is dedicated towards, I need to focus on the route. So I'm looking up at the top of the screen, making sure that I kill this enemy that needs to die there. And then my route is I need to do a U, so you're just making sure to do the U. And what ends up happening is if any anomaly in your route happens and a bullet you need to dodge, you don't dodge it because you're tunnel visioned on your route. You have to get good enough at your route, and then when you're playing the game, your route needs to be on the back burner. You need to like be muscle memorying that, and your actual focus is looking at what could go wrong or what is going wrong. And then you need to snap into like making decision-making mode. Otherwise, like things that would be easy, you just get clipped by shit because you're too busy on like, I need to do an L here and get to this spot. And then you get tagged by like the one bullet on screen because you're too focused on doing the pre-programmed route. For Dononpachi Resurrection, yes, you can look up Shmup MAME SH3. It's brand new and it runs that crazy good. There's a black label and a 1.5 ROM. Yeah, sight reading like music is a lot like doing the blind there. SDOJ, that happens a shit ton. That's why you gotta play Autobomb in that game. It's so fucking easy to get clipped in that game. And it's like if your route is any slightly wrong, you get fucking tagged in that. Made scoring events to learn games and let new players game. Yeah, those are super good. Any event that gets people... It gives people a lot of motivation to dump into things. Yeah, SDOJ fucking fat hitbox, fast as fuck bullets. That's a game of being clipped everywhere. Your route has to be so tight. Yeah, so Shmup MAME is like super, super new. A dude looked at the Coffee Pope one and basically just took that and made it like a frame better. That's my understanding. It's probably way more than that. But it's basically the same exact like good, proper, accurate slowdown that Coffee Pope does. But not as laggy by a frame. Which is all I can ask for like something like SDOJ. What's a game that's hard but fair? This one, Touhou 8. This shit has some mean stuff, but it's super approachable. Batsugun, you gotta memo stuff. If you're trying to dip into cave, the Mushi's original. Escaluda is really mean at the end, and you have to route it a shit ton, but it's the least mean of some of those. Cave novice modes can be pretty good. Hard but fair. For like I'd look at Kingdom Grand Prix. Won all of that. Biggest gripe is the sick-ass spell card practice mode, which requires a clear. Yeah, I just ended up downloading a score replay or something. I mean, that like unlocked everything. I guess in here it doesn't have like everything. Like if you didn't know these last words, a lot of these aren't like Is this new shit? Yeah, like look at this. This isn't in the game. There's a lot of unique last words that are just in the last word menu. I didn't know about this for years. It's like you cannot fight this in any of the modes on any of the games. These would be fun to do. It's kind of like shoot the bullet, but just as a mode. We just go through singular pattern. How long does this shit last? We're almost there. Ooh, got tagged. Touhou 15 is really hard. You have to like cheese the fuck out of that game. You gotta do the shit where you graze everything. You do some like cheese shit with Sane, where you bomb and graze everything, and then you like have infinite bombs. That's for the like routing shit. Batsugun's really good. Batsugun was my first game, so I have a high opinion of that as like a intro arcade game. Yeah, I got no idea what it'd take for that, but that would be sick as fuck. Yeah, pick something with a good soundtrack. Alright, so that's about where we're gonna stop there. We went through the normal modes a bit. We fucking got a lunatic run way closer than it should have been for just dicking around. I'm trying to make that beginner Touhou video before... Yo, what up, Aaron? What up, dude? Are you GOD yet? With Heihachi and Jack. I expect it by the end of the week. I saw Jenkins got GOD. That's fucking tight. Is Touhou 15 like a raw dodging intensive game? Touhou 15 has the hardest, that shit has the hardest patterns. Yeah, dude. I'd be saying this. He'd be like murdering people, and then he's like in purple. And now he actually got that shit. I need to play more. Do you know if the new character's busted? Like, everybody said she was dog shit. And then, I saw her win PNS, and then people have been hinting at her being mean. He's got next, bro? Ah, shit. She's pretty strong. Acha. Like, everybody got tunneled by the lows, but she's got so much good stuff. Yeah, that's why Touhou 15 is like, because of the structure, it's very bizarre. It's like not... It's like meant for short thing. Yeah, all of these VODs, whenever you go on a channel on YouTube, there's a live section. All of these are automatically saved on there. I haven't bothered learning how Twitch works. I've just done it on here. The 20s turbo mean. Alright, I gotta dip off for now because, I need to go work on that video before fucking Savage comes out in Final Fantasy. That shit comes out Tuesday. I'm like, okay, I gotta get this shit done before. 20's got just like some really fucking hard patterns combined with like because of the way the resources work. They want you to cancel a lot of shit, so they made it extra hard. Thank you guys for popping in. Alright, I'll try to be here with the Touhou thing, and then the next step for hard game is either Akai Katana, Shin, or we do DFK 1.5. I want to do the Ura 2-all, so we have a version of every 2-all from every DDP. Or every cave DDP. We're so close, we just need that one. I appreciate you guys a ton. I appreciate you guys popping in here. It's always turbo fun to stream. I didn't think it'd be possible. And this shit's like a fucking blast. So good luck on all your runs. I gotta find my keyboard. It's in fucking Narnia. What? Yeah, we're gonna try for Ura in 1.5 just because I suspect it might not be too bad for the requirement. It could be bad. Alright, GG's everybody. Good luck on all your